Last week, celebration for the 47th Nutrition Month commences. Provincial Tourism Office announces public opening of the Misamisnons Provincial Tourism Complex and Botanical Garden. Crucial water system project turned over to Sitio Kamansi, Lagunglong. Good morning, Misamisnons. The Provincial Information Office will now report to you Governor Bambi Emano's accomplishment report from June 28 to July 2, 2021. Monday's core events is ameliorated by component activities by other departments, setting a mood of progression for the entire week. To recall the events, let's have Danny Abshama Jr.
Yes, Jing. As Misamisnons beauties vie for the titles on the national stage of pageantry, Miss Cinderella Faye Abinira, Misamisnons' pride for Binibining Pilipinas, continue to make us all proud as the coronation night is fast approaching. On Monday, after the successful 63rd virtual flag raising ceremony hosted by the Provincial Youth Development, Provincial Veterinary Officer Dr. Benjamin Resma reported new active cases of African swine fever in the province. The following municipalities are Tagolwan, Villanueva, and Balingisag. Prior to these towns recording ASF cases, the municipalities of Opol, Alubihid, Laguindingan, Libertad, Initao, and the city of El Salvador have already registered ASF cases. In total, 10 municipalities of the province have already recorded ASF cases, with 49 recorded affected barangays. 261 pigs have been culled in the province, with 670 hog owners affected. As a result, the office has intensified its effort to prevent further crossing into neighboring towns, including asking the public to immediately report if they notice any symptoms of ASF in their hogs. Additionally, on Monday, the Provincial Interagency Task Force headed by Dr. Jerry Kalingasan has reported a total number of 49,550 doses of COVID-19 vaccine given to Misamis Oriental. Dr. Kalingasan also reported that 19,080 health workers belonging to A1 category have already been inoculated. 22,634 senior citizens belonging to A2 category have been inoculated, and 12,463 with comorbidities in A3 category have also been inoculated. In total, 54,177 Misamisnons are already vaccinated, with 19,506 Misamisnons fully immunized, finishing the second dose. Dr. Kalingasan also announced that Governor Bambi Emano has already requested the Department of Health to allocate for Misamis Oriental an additional 20,000 doses to finish the inoculation for categories A1 to A3 to formally start the inoculation of category A4. Furthermore, the Environment and Natural Resources Office is continuing its push in advancing the advocacy on RA 9003, otherwise known as the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, in partnership with Villar Sipag Foundation, founded by Senator Cynthia Villar. The objective of the project is to help lessen the bulk of plastic waste in the province, anchored to the 8 pillars of Governor Bambi Emano, focusing on the protection and preservation of our environment. ENRO personnel headed by Engineer Prisco G. Valmoria headed to the municipality of Hasaan and coordinated with the MENRO, or Municipal Environment and Natural Resources Office, to collect and haul the plastic waste of the LGU lodged in the residual containment area, and was able to weigh an approximately 2,191 kilos of plastic waste loaded into the dump truck. This bulk of plastic waste was delivered to the Villar Sipag Foundation plant located at the Grand Europa in Cagayan de Oro City. In this development, the LGU of Hasaan can actually produce at least 62 armchairs, which can be used by the students to some public schools in their locality. Governor Bambi Emano has always been stern in his commitment to the people of the province in providing a clean and ecologically balanced environment, more particularly to the coming generations. ENRO, on the other hand, is faithful and committed to the mantra of Governor Bambi Emano, "Kung taga-misor ka, secure ka." Another important event on Monday, with Binibining Pilipinas 2021 Coronation Night comes near, ladies from all over the country vie for the Best in National Costume Award, one of the major events in the said pageant. Misamisnons' pride Miss Cinderella Faye Abinira made it to the top 10 of the Best in National Costume through a vote brigade. One of these ladies will bag the ultimate Best in National Costume Award at the Grand Coronation Night on July 11, 2021. Governor Bambi Emano is now urging all Misamisnons and Cagayanons to continue in supporting Miss Abinira in bagging the Best in National Costume Award by visiting the link vote.bbpilipinas.com and click Miss Abinira's official photo. Voting ends on July 10-12 midnight. the winner of the Best in National Costume will automatically enter the top 10 of Binibining Pilipinas. Danny Vertudazo of Shoma Jr., PIO.
Exciting updates for the Misamis Oriental Provincial Tourism Complex and Botanical Garden headlines Tuesday. To deliver the report, here's Regiana Mormaygay.
Commitment that knows no boundaries. This has been the type of leadership Governor Bambi Emano have shown over the years that greatly reflected in his governing pillars with tourism as his flagship program. On Tuesday, June 29, 2021, Provincial with the first on list, Provincial Tourism Officer Attorney Jeffrey Saclot had a successful meeting with Committee on Tourism Chairwoman, Board Member Cyreme Saysay Emano, DTI Misamis Oriental Provincial Director Almer Masillones, DTI Focal Persons Judy San and Elsie Alcampado Limosnero, and Operator Marley M. Noble. A fruitful discussion took place regarding the necessary preparations for the opening of the Cuyamis One Town, One Product or OTOPAB in time for the public opening of the Misamis Oriental Tourism Complex and Botanical Garden, including its Cafe Tiraza this coming July 8, 2021. The mentioned historic place, found between the municipality of Claveria and Hingoog City, has now been transformed into a haven of comfort, hope and joy for everyone, locals or tourists alike. Overwhelmingly, Governor Bambi Emano steered excitement as this also meant a blossoming tourist destination in Misamis Oriental, an additional great reason to explore the province even more. While this project surely nurtures ecotourism ventures to greater heights, all Misamisnons will undeniably have the opportunity for a prosperous living of which the Governor already promised. On the same day, the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office, headed by Mr. John Laymar Abella, tirelessly continued to be of service in reaching out to communities in dire need of assistance due to the present crisis brought by the pandemic. An intake interview was held for 46 vendors in El Salvador City, which sought to assess their situation after losing their jobs. Governor Bambi Emano, on the other hand, assured the vendors that they will surely receive their well-deserved financial assistance soon. This under the Republic Act 7160 or Local Government Unit Code Section 2A, stating that no one shall be left behind, hence be accounted properly through the local government unit establishment of an organized mechanism as support to this endeavor. Additionally, for Tuesday, highlighting the health aspect for the whole of Misamis Oriental, members of the Municipal Nutrition Committee in the Municipality of Hasaan convened for their second quarterly meeting of 2021. During the event, MNOW Grace Brigonius Napone with DOH and DPP Mr. Rico Abareco presented the 2021 Operation Timbang Plus result. Their discussion centers on the preparation for the 47th Nutrition Month celebration this month of July. It has been a strong collaborative effort with the LGUs around the province to combat malnutrition in their each municipality through nutrition interventions that the provincial government spearheads, especially the Office of Nutrition Division, in support to Governor Bambi Emano's leadership empowering communities. Regiana Mormaygay, PIO.
Wednesday's explosive combination of events will entertain and enlighten everyone's perspective of various issues. To present the details, here's Gio Denke.
On Wednesday, several significant and inspiring events and moments occurred that day, done by ProVed, PSWDO, Cooperative, ECCD, Treasurer's Office, and Assistant Provincial Administrator's Office.
On Wednesday, the first ECCD focal persons meeting was held, joined by ECCD focal persons of the 2 cities and 23 municipalities in the province. It was presided by Ms. Meriden T. Okot, a provincial ECCD officer, and many important matters were discussed, which aims to empower all ECCD focal persons as they play a vital role in the continuous delivery of efficient and effective ECCD services in the province. Also, on the same day, representatives of the Provincial Treasurer's Office witnessed the turnover of accountabilities of the outgoing Municipal Treasurer, Ms. Vigilia Wayes, to the incoming Acting Municipal Treasurer, Ms. Manilyn Villar, of the Municipality of Lagonglong. All the safety and health protocols were observed during the turnover activity. Moreover, the Misamis Oriental Provincial Veterinary Office or ProVet, through the initiative of Governor Bambi Emano in support to ProVet's Epikan sa Kalambuan, program commenced the turnover of ready-to-lay ducks to 3 municipalities in the province, namely Opol, Libertad, and Initao. In total, 3,575 ducks were distributed, 3,250 females and 325 males given to 65 farmers in the aforesaid municipalities. With the genuine effort of Provet head Dr. Benjamin Resma, this program is made possible with the combined support of Junior Chamber International Manila or JCI, Jaime V. Ongpin Foundation or JOF, and Philip Morris Fortune Tobacco Corporation or PMFTC in aid to ASF affected farmers. In addition, a reticulated python found inside the provincial capitol building was turned over to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR Region 10 on the behest of Governor Bambi Emano through Assistant Provincial Administrator Carol Lim Caidic. Unless placed in a life and death situation, Governor Bambi Emano encourages everyone to refrain from killing any wildlife and immediately call DENR for its rescue. Still on Wednesday, the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office or PSWDO, under the leadership of Mr. June Laymar Abella, spearheaded the turnover of financial assistance amounting to 4,000 pesos for each of the 12 beneficiary residents of Taguluan, Misamis Oriental at the Provincial Governor's Extension Office or PGEO. 5 wheelchairs are also turned over to 5 indigent beneficiaries of the province, with 1 beneficiary coming from Balingasag and 4 beneficiaries from Taguluan receiving the said assistive devices. This is in aid to Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe's request for the said assistances for the people of Misamis Oriental. Present in the turnover were Taguluan Municipal Councilor Bobby Factura, Taguluan SK Federation President Honorable Micaela C. Imata, Taguluan ABC President and Barangay Sugbungkugon Chairman Edgar Prisquion, and Barangay Baluarte Chairman Ramon Pagara. Governor Bambi Emano actively initiates social welfare initiatives, always placing the common good of every Misamisnon is his priorities. And lastly, the newly designated Station Commander of Coast Guard Station Northeastern Misamis Oriental, LTJG Stephen S. Pagkaliwagan, together with the new Station Commander of Coast Guard Station Western Misamis Oriental, LCDR Patrick John S. Cabasag, visited the provincial capital for a courtesy call. Attorney Jocelyn A. Lloyd Mateo, in behalf of the Honorable Governor Bambi Emano, welcomed the young and active new station commanders of the Philippine Coast Guard, Northern Mindanao District, and was grateful to them for the newly activated CGS Northeastern MISOR, giving the province 2 Coast Guard stations from previously having only 1. Currently, the existing substations are in Hasaan, Taguluan, Opol, El Salvador City, Lagindingan, Naawan, Lugait, Balingwan, Talisayan, and Medina. Moreover, they discussed the proposal to have air stations specifically in Balingasag and Hingoag City and substations specifically in Villanueva, Alubihid, Gitagum, Libertad, Initao, Mantikao, Logonglong, Salay, Binuangan, Sugbungkugon, Kinugitan, and Magsaysay. With their proposed new stations, they are seeking support from the provincial government of Misamis Oriental, knowing that Governor Bambi Emano understands the importance of establishing maritime peace and safety. Governor Bambi Emano is truly thankful to the Philippine Coast Guard as the Philippine Coast Guard Station Misamis Oriental is now divided into 2 separate Coast Guard stations, which means that they can better serve Misamis Oriental. Giudanke, PIO.
The preliminary activities for the 47th Nutrition Month reinforced by PAGRO's further expansion of agribusiness potentials takes the main spot for Thursday. For more information, here's Queen Exclamador.
Taking the odds at his favor, Governor Bambi Emano endlessly executes his role towards a strengthened and productive Misamis Oriental, as Thursday generates a series of implemented projects in coordination with the different departments of the provincial government. Herewith are the activities that follow.
As a preliminary activity, the Provincial Nutrition Committee of Misamis Oriental
fronted by Dr. Jerry Kalingasan and PHO Nutrition Division Head Ms. Marites Gomez, unveiled the theme for the 47th Nutrition Month celebration at the Provincial Capitol Building. This year's theme, Malnutrition Patuloy na Labanan, First 1,000 Days Tutukan, focuses on giving persevering importance on the child's first 1,000 days, dubbed as the Golden Window of Opportunity. In such, Governor Bambi Emano has prepared a month-long series of activities in coordination with the National Nutrition Council Region 10, aiming to promote good health for all Misamisnons. On the same day, the Fisheries Division of PAGRO continuously executed its role concerning coastal resource management, aquaculture, and capture fisheries. Significantly, it intends to strengthen the post-harvest sector through a livelihood program for both coastal and inland areas of the province. PAGRO turned over 40 sets of materials for solar salt production to 40 farmers in Barangay GYVBE and Barangay Lugilo Alubihed, Misamis Oriental on April 8, 2021, amounting to 311,790 pesos. Due to PAGRO's intervention, the beneficiary savings reached have saved amounting to 311,790 peso on their production cost, in which they are expected to harvest 32 kilograms of salt per day with an estimated income of 622,820 pesos in 3 months. Hence, the project is implemented to generate income and productivity, resulting food security as one of the goals of Governor Bambi Emano for Misamisnons. Correspondingly, the Provincial Agriculture Office intensified its goal in attaining a food-secured province by establishing a mushroom production facility in the heart of the Misamis Oriental Provincial Agricultural Development Complex, or MOPED-C, in Anii, Claveria. 1,200 fruiting bags of mushroom will be ready for harvest in the next 2 weeks. Its gardening efforts, which commenced last February, which used conventional raised beds gardening target to produce naturally grown vegetables, not just to provide healthy food, but also in helping the environment. The vegetable program of PAGRO is implemented to help increase the province's food adequacy level during the situation brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. This is always supported by our active Governor Bambi Emano, as he believes that agriculture is one of the solutions in various societal problems.
In another story, ProVet facilitated the delivery of 480 bags of duck feeds and continuation of the delivery of ready-to-lay ducks to 65 ASF-affected farmers of Sitio Mansilo, Barangay Malanang Upol, Barangay Santo Niño Libertad, and Barangay Hampason, Initaw. Confidently, this guarantees ProVet and Governor Bambi's limitless service towards a high-yielding and progressive Misamis Oriental.
On the other hand, the Provincial Planning and Development Office conducted a virtual meeting for the ADAC Performance Audit 2020 with representatives from the Provincial Budget Office, Accounting and Admin Office via Google Meet. The objective was to collect data for the records and accomplishments of Provincial Anti-Illegal Drug Abuse Council, or PADAC, for calendar year 2020. The ADAC Performance Audits aims to assess the functionality and effectiveness of local ADACs based on existing issuances and policies, determine ADAC-initiated and or endorsed innovations and best practices at all levels, create a platform for evaluation and assessment, and recognize the best, effective, and performing ADACs. The meeting concluded that this audit aims to get a good score but will also be a basis on how to improve the implementation of the anti-drug abuse programs and activities for the general welfare of the people of the province. Lastly, personnel from the Provincial Management Information System Office headed by Engineer Bernardino Jun Balo Jr. conducted cleaning of CCTV cameras lenses and adjusting its position and focus. The said CCTV cameras are currently installed at the back of the Provincial Capitol Building, outside the Province Treasurer's Office, Provincial Governor's Office, Provincial Administrator's Office, inside the Provincial Budget Office, Provincial Assessor's Office, and Provincial Capitol Lobby facing the front entrance of the Provincial Capitol Building. This activity is vital in order to maintain optimum video output quality and ensure that the cameras are working efficiently. Queen Exclamador, PIO.
The governor hosts a legion of activities for Friday, ending the week in a state of euphoria. Let's hear details from Raymart Semania.
Friday highlights stories championing health, education, and livelihood of Misamisnons as Governor Bambi Emano continues to deliver great opportunity for the people having only one reason: improve their quality of life.
On this day, to answer the request of the provincial jail for disinfection, the disinfection team of the Provincial Interagency Task Force for COVID-19 from the Provincial Veterinary Office immediately conducted disinfection inside the Misamisnons Provincial Jail. While COVID-19 spreads mainly from person to person, it may also be possible for a person to get COVID-19 by touching a contaminated surface or object and then touching their own mouth, nose, or eyes. With that being said, disinfection is extremely important to avoid a further transmission of the virus. In another story, Provet inspected and issued veterinary health certificate for chickens to be transported in the province. This is to ensure that the animals are in good condition upon traveling from and to Misamisnons, especially now that we are facing African swine fever and heightened border control is implemented. In continuation to Scholar Konibambi program's distribution of educational assistance, the IKNB personnel released a total of 147,000 pesos to 59 grantees from Alubihid chapter for the first semester of school year 2020-2021. The giving of educational assistance is one of Governor Bambi Emano's ways to help students throughout the province to have an opportunity to earn a degree and be the person they want to be for their future. Still on this day, PNP Aviation Security Unit 10 or AVSIO 10 composed of Police Lieutenant Colonel Florencio Soriano Jr., Police Lieutenant Rogen Rodriguez, and Police Staff Sergeant Ryan Anthony Aranio, Police Corporal Ahmad Simban, and Patrolman Alan Lu Penergo visited the provincial capital for a courtesy call. Attorney Jocelyn A. Lod Mateo, Acting Provincial Administrator, represented Governor Bambi Emano in the said courtesy. AVSIO 10 expressed their gratitude to Governor Bambi Emano for the construction of the headquarters building of the Aviation Security Unit Region 10 at Barangay Muog, Lagindingan, which was turned over to them last November 2020. Discussed in the said courtesy call were the other concerns of the AVSIO 10 pertaining to the operational effectiveness of their unit and the possible assistance that the provincial government of Misamisnons can provide to them. Moreover, AVSIO 10 thanked PGMO through the active leadership of Governor Bambi Emano, as about 80% of their personnel are already fully vaccinated, which will enable them to continually serve Misamisnons. In another development, the Provincial Agriculture Office, in cooperation with FICO Community Outreach Foundation, turned over a water system project amounting to 289,000 pesos to Agroforestry Farmers Association of Kamansi of Sitio Kamansi, Barangay Banglay, Lagunglong, Misamisnons. FICO Community Outreach Foundation is the primary provider of the funds for the said project. The event was also an extension of activity of MTF ALCAC of the 58th Infantry Battalion, where uniformed personnel in cooperation with other agencies joins forces in providing food packs and other services to the residents. Present in the event are Pagro Head Jose Apollo Pacamalan, Committee on Agriculture Chairman Board Member Eric Hu, Committee on Peace and Order Chairman Virgilia Bebeng Dumadag, and Hinguog Vice Mayor Peter Onabia. The office of the Congressman Christian Onabia also provided food packs to residents of Sitio Kamansi. Governor Bambi Emano, with the support of the national line agencies, has always been consistent in reaching out to our farmers because he himself sees their significance in moving towards a progressive Misamisnons, progressive Philippines. And lastly, on this day, for 2 consecutive years, the province of Misamisnons through the Public Employment Service Office has been adjudged as the regional winner and consequently nominated to the national level for the search for Best Performing Peso for the year 2018 and 2019. And for this year, after a thorough evaluation and judging on the entries by the Regional Steering Committee, Peso Misamisnons has been declared as the regional winner and subsequently nominated to the national level of the 2020 Secretary's Bayanihan Service Awards. With Governor Bambi Emano's limitless support, Peso Misamisnons had been exceptional and extraordinary, resulting to quality and decent employment of the people through innovation, invention, resilience, and distinct accomplishment towards humanitarian service. despite the limitations and restrictions brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. Raymark Simania, PIO.
An overabundance of accomplishments by capital offices and departments engulfs the week in conformity with Governor Bambi Emano's multifaceted programs. To give the unified report, here's Jebson Patlunag.
Yes, Jing, offices and departments of the provincial capital demonstrates how diverse and well-coordinated Governor Bambi Emano's programs are. To start the week, an influx of people requesting for aid greeted the provincial governor's extension office in Taguluan. Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe catered and gave free legal consultation to 5 people seeking advice for their legal concerns. At the same time, a number of individuals requested to personally see Attorney Nadia in hopes of having their requests granted. These requests are made up of 26 financial assistance, 15 medical bill assistance, and 8 debt assistance. In behalf of Governor Bambi Emano, Attorney Nadia Emano Elipe also spearheaded the turnover of 1 water hand pump and 3 toilet bowls to requesting residents from Barangay Sugbungkugon, Taguluan. Moving on to the Health Department, Dr. Maria Bebina Tagarda Casino catered to 141 clients availing of free medical checkup and free medicine. The Health Department mostly caters to clients with diabetes and hypertension. Meanwhile, the Provincial Governor's Extension Office ambulance catered to 30 patients transported to their specific destinations. Governor Bambi Emano's 3-in-1 program is also consistently providing assistance to the people of Misamis Oriental. This week, free embalming services, coffins, and transportation were provided to 6 clients with 110 chairs and 8 tents lent to residents of Taguluan and Villanueva. In another development, 12 individuals were each given 4,000 pesos from the Provincial Social Welfare and Development Office for a total amount of 48,000 pesos at the Padayon Center of the Provincial Governor's Extension Office. The cash assistance was given to these individuals for the development of their small businesses. At the same time, 6 wheelchairs were also turned over by the Extension Office. The presence of Attorney Nadia is sentimental for the people during all events of the Extension Office, as she stands as one of the late Mayor Dongkoy Emano's legacies. And with her is the people's hope that she will bring the municipality of Taguluan back to its former glory. For other updates, the Provincial Legal Office is pleased to announce that its newly renovated space located at the ground floor of the main building is nearing completion. About 85% of the office improvements have already been put in place. Ever since renovation started in March of this year, Attorney Cirilio Neil Pacana keeps in close contact with the designated project engineers of the Provincial Engineering Office and the contractor in order to discuss his inputs as to its design. To make it more functional, additional facilities have been incorporated to enhance the working environment of its employees. The office features substantial lighting and wide-spaced windows, which create a comfortable feel for employees and visitors. Apart from that, cubicles for lawyers are provided, ensuring privacy during work. A mezzanine area is also present, as it maximizes space which were not utilized before, thereby creating additional room for holding meetings and office equipment. Attorney Pacana is very thankful for this opportunity and is looking forward to utilize this idyllic office space setting. On to another department. Despite the pandemic's constraints, the Provincial Accountant's Office, headed by Acting Provincial Accountant Ms. Marilu Rivera, has continued to fulfill its mandate of delivering the best possible accounting and pre-auditing services of all disbursements, as well as reportorial works such as preparation of financial reports for the province. Upon receiving and releasing the various documents being processed, it has remained committed to following and implementing the safety and health protocols. During the week, the office has received and processed a total number of 408 disbursement vouchers and payrolls. The pre-audited documents were then released and transmitted for further processing to the Assistant Provincial Administrator's Office for payrolls and to the Provincial Treasurer's Office for the vouchers and cash advances. In addition, 75 certificates of net take-home pay and 96 accountants' check advices were also issued by the Accounting Office over the week. Moreover, the office has also processed GSIS loan withdrawals, which are refunds for employees who have fully paid their GSIS loans or do not have any active emergency, console, or educational loans. The said refunds are for the months of April and May for the General Fund and from March to May for Hospital Fund. Employees who will receive these refunds are included on the list, which are posted outside the office for their reference. Also posted are the list of Pag-ibig MPL refunds for the months of May and June for the same reason of full payment. Moving forward, using a mower, the Provincial Capital Park Department conducted a general cleaning of the area right beside the former Provincial Agriculture Office, which is now used temporarily by the Provincial Health Office on June 29, 2021. And despite Capital Park's lack of cleaning supplies, such as stick brooms, soaps, and muriatic acid for CRs and other necessary uses due to challenges on its funds, Capital Park Department Head Ms. Lorna Gibone always makes sure to purchase the necessary materials with her own initiative. For other events, Provincial ECCD Officer Meriden Okot turned over 4 gallons of paints to Honorable LVT, SB member and chairman on infrastructure of Binuangan, Misamis Oriental. This will be for the beautification and repainting of 2 child development centers in 2 barangays of Binuangan. Honorable T is one with Governor Bambi Emano in providing conducive learning facilities for children in Misamis Oriental. For another department, the Office of the Barangay Infrastructure Project conducted site monitoring for the ongoing and completed projects by contract under the Barangay Empowerment Program of Governor Bambi Emano on District 1 and District 2. Headed by Engineer Tessie Gales, Assistant Provincial Engineer and Head of the Barangay Infrastructure Project Office, with the final monitoring team of the Provincial Engineering Office and the resident engineer of each project. The purpose of this final monitoring is to evaluate, validate, and inspect the quality and the structure of the projects. 11 infrastructure projects all over Misamis Oriental are constantly being monitored by the office, with a total project cost of 38,118,965 pesos and 33 centavos. For the Misamis Oriental Provincial Jail, Provincial Jail Warden Robert Roy Bahian was interviewed on set by Lambot Dondon Irat on Magnum Radio on June 30, 2021 in relation with the ongoing construction of the new MOPJ facility in Initaw. While over the week, MOPJ facilitated the attendance of 50 PDLs in their respective hearings through video conferencing, with his goal of giving a better life for Misamisnons by making every barangay a better place to live. The Office of the Barangay Affairs has been in full support to the plans, programs, and activities of Governor Bambi Emano. The Office of the Barangay Affairs is carefully eyeing the needs of each barangay related to their social and economic activities. And in relation to the Barangay Empowerment Program, through transfer of funds to the various barangays that allowed the smallest government unit to exercise the right to implement their own priority projects. And due to this, the Office of the Barangay Affairs has humbly rendered infrastructure services for the following. For 2015, 129 projects were given to 118 barangays for a total amount of 44,213,000 pesos. For 2016, 158 projects were given to 130 barangays for a total amount of 66,725,000 pesos. For 2017, 95 projects were given to 47 barangays for a total amount of 31,519,197 pesos. For 2018, 77 projects were given to 40 barangays for a total amount of 41,684,767 pesos. And for 2019, 30 projects were given to 20 barangays for a total of 12,547,520 pesos and 92 centavos. From 2015 to 2019, a total of 196,689,484 pesos and 92 centavos were spent for the development of various barangays in the province. And for the year 2020 and 2021, our project-oriented governor had a specific goal in mind to finish all barangay projects before his term ends. And for this reason, the Office of the Barangay Affairs has summed up all the accomplishment reports for the remaining barangay projects to be implemented by Governor Bambi Emano. For the 1st District, 109 projects are awaiting completion for a total amount of 110,146,013 pesos and 36 centavos. For the 2nd District, 137 projects are awaiting completion for a total amount of 212,509,9 580,221 pesos for a total of 246 projects amounting to 322,726,234 pesos and 36 centavos. For the week, the Provincial General Services Office provided lighting apparatus to the Philippine National Police in Villanueva, Misamis Oriental during the grand launching and oath-taking of the Global Coalition of Lingkod Bayan Advocacy Support and Force Multipliers on June 25, 2021. President Rodrigo Roa Duterte was present via Zoom as guest during the event, whose purpose is to establish partnership with stakeholders in crime prevention. For the health sector, the Provincial Health Office reports of the following. For the expanded program on immunization, 4,300 doses of Sinovac was distributed to 7 LGUs. For the surveillance and COVID-19 response team, 13 people were swabbed and 20 people were risk assessed. For the Animal Bite and Treatment Center, 51 patients were served, and the PHO clinic also attended to 26 patients, which includes employees who exhibited influenza-like illnesses, those requesting provision of medical clearance, and others. While for the mental drug-induced psychosis program, 47 patients were followed up with 13 new cases for the week. Over the week, the Provincial Treasurer's Office facilitated the opening of bank account and transfer of fund in the amount of 480 million to the Land Bank of the Philippines Velas branch for the Local Government Support Fund, support to Barangay Development Program of the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. This was downloaded by the national government to the province of Misamis Oriental. The office also served the last and final demand letter to 24 illegal occupants of PGMO properties located at the back of Land Bank Building Velas Street and fronting DTI Building Corrales Street, which was signed by Attorney Cirilio Neil Pacana, Provincial Legal Officer. Personnel of the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, under the leadership of Mr. Fernando Vincent Q.D. Jr., attended the 5-day blended training and workshop on Public Service Continuity Planning Training Workshop conducted by the Office of Civil Defense, Regional Office 10 on June 28 to July 2, 2021. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, through its Memorandum Order No. 33 Series of 2018, has enjoined all member agencies and offices of the different DRRM council levels of the country to come out with their respective public continuity service plan to mitigate, if not prevent, the impact of any event or threat that may disrupt government services to the people. The Public Service Continuity Plan aims to ensure continued government performance of essential functions through timely and orderly recovery, resume delivery of vital services to the public, minimize damage and loss to critical processes by protecting essential facilities and resources, and reduce or mitigate disruptions to government operations. It cannot be denied that the people are the very reason why government services exist. That is, to attend to the basic needs of the public is the government's responsibility. This activity is also scheduled to be rolled out to all the departments and offices of the Provincial Government of Misamis Oriental this coming July 12 to 16, 2021, for the province to be able to come out with their own plan on how to provide continuous service even in times of emergencies, in line with Governor Bambi Emano's tagline, "Kung taga-Miss Orca, secure ka." For additional updates, the Provincial Youth Development Office reports the successful handing over of prizes for its Father's Day online contest. 5 winners receive 500 pesos each, sent through Pela Padala. The winners are Ariel Rollion, John Ray Calet, Jeff Z. Indad, Mick Pogsor, and Annalie Labang. The Provincial Budget Office has started the budget preparation for fiscal year 2022. The budget preparation is the first phase of the local budget process. It involves cost estimation per PPA, preparation of budget proposals, executive review of budget proposals, and preparation of the LEP and the budget message. This phase starts with the issuance of the budget call and ends with the submission of the executive budget to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan on or before October 16 of each year. For the education sector, the Scholar ko ni Bambi released another set of educational assistance to IKNB Alubihe chapter. The office also started the distribution of medals for the Governor Bambi Emano Leadership Award and Governor Bambi Emano General Excellence Award. for the moving up ceremony of elementary schools and high schools under the division of Misamis Oriental, El Salvador City, and Hingoog City. The Leadership Award is given to students to acknowledge their exemplary leadership that had a positive and significant impact on the students' learning experiences. The General Excellence Award is given to students who obtained the highest general average. For the division of Misamis Oriental, the following districts were already given with awards. For a total of 200 General Excellence Award medals and 200 Leadership Award medals for the first batch of distribution. Distribution will continue for the remaining districts under the Division of Misamis Oriental, Division of El Salvador City, and Division of Hingoog City. In a letter, National Archives of the Philippines Executive Director Victorino M. Manalo expressed his gratitude to Governor Bambi Emano and the entire provincial government of Misamis Oriental for being their partner in the recently concluded two-day virtual seminar on basic records and archives management for the strategically challenged areas in the country. In the webinar, Governor Bambi Emano, through Provincial Board Member Gerardo Buboy Sabal III, delivered a solidarity message. In his message, Board Member Sabal highlighted how everyone relies on information to effectively build knowledge, and how every organization deals with enormous amounts of records that should be properly maintained. A total of 77 participants attended the webinar, facilitated by NAP's Training and Information Division in collaboration with the Provincial Government of Misamis Oriental. And for last week, the Travel and Arrival Committee, composed of various offices from PGMO, have assisted 434 locally stranded individuals and 81 returning overseas Filipinos arriving at the Makabalan Port and Laguindingan Airport. Altogether, 24,610 Misamisnons have been facilitated by the capital since May of 2020, in line with President Rodrigo Roa Duterte's Balik Probinsya program. Jebson Patlunag, PIO.
Listening with the intent to help, speaking with honesty, acting with integrity, Governor Bambi Emano presents to us an unblemished service record resulting in an improved quality of life for all Misamisnons. With 360 days left as governor, I know with the utmost certainty that Governor Bambi Emano's accomplishments will broadly eclipse all of his predecessors, especially the one before him. Jinky Rosit, PIO.